Hello. So today I want to tell you about this brain burner of a game, and this is Flatiron. First of all, I love the look of this. That was what initially intrigued me and got me to look into it. This is a 1 to 2 player only game where you are building the Flatiron building in New York, and it is so cool. You are engine building, you are actually making this structure on the table, and it is one that will work your brain. So, to start out, you have this board in the center, and you will start with one floor of the Flatiron building that has been built. And then there are 4 streets on the board, and there will be cards at each of these streets. So you have Fifth Avenue, you have 22nd Street. The back of the card tells you where it is. The front of the card likely will not match the actual street that it's at, and that's okay. You have Broadway, and you have 22nd Street. So these are all the streets in New York that go around the Flatiron building. And so then you will be one of these 2 little characters. And I love that they're purple and green because those are my favorite board game colors. So on your turn, you can visit one of these streets. And if you do, you have the opportunity to buy the card that is located at that street. Everybody will have a board that shows all 4 of those streets. And if you play on the purple side, everyone will have the same abilities, but the colors of the columns will be in different spots. Or if you want to play on the more advanced side, you can play on the green side, where everyone will have some variable abilities. And again, the colors will be in different spots. So lots of replayability, lots of things to try with this game. So everybody has their board, and this is where you can build your engine. So if you decide to buy a card at the location you're at, it will then go onto your board, and you can either put it here so that you have the top ability, or you can put it down below so that you have the bottom ability. Because your other option is when you go to this street, you can run your engine. And the engine is the cards you're making, but you can only put 3 cards on each street. So you are limited to how many abilities you can put at each location, and you can only activate them. So this is my 22nd Street. You can only activate it if you go there and decide to use the run your engine option. You then go through all of the things that are there, including what's on your board. You don't have to activate any single item if you don't want to, or you can't, but you run your engine. So again, are you going to make one engine super, super powerful and just have to keep going to that street? Or are you going to kind of try and balance it out? Because there's also some end game scoring for how your streets end up at the end of the game. And players may not be at the same street at the same time. So if someone notices like, oh, their engine is super strong here, they may go to that street frequently to block you from running it. So that is some of the game. Then one of the other big things that you're doing is you are buying and building these columns onto the Flatiron building. So there are 4 colors of columns, and the same colors cannot be present on the same floor. So you have to put 3 different colors. And then there is another board in the game, which is called the City Hall board. And this will have the rest of your floors for the game. It will have 5 floors, and then the roof is the top. And in City Hall, you have some different actions you can take. There's going to be this variable newspaper action that if you go, you can take there. You can get some money for going there, or you can buy some end game gold cards. So there's a lot of things happening at City Hall, but you can also buy your floors here, which gets you a lot of victory points. So then you buy your new floor, and it goes right on top. And then you can resume building columns. So you really are building this up, which is super, super cool. But you're having to manage your money so that the floors can get built at the right time. You're having to pay attention to what colored columns have already been built, so you know what color you can build. And you have to make sure that any actions you're taking, you're not leaving something potentially open for a big move for your competitor, because this is just a 2-player game or a 1-player game against a solo opponent. So you have to be very careful of that. So for the solo opponent, they have this deck. and you will flip it over and it will tell you what you're going to do for them. And the solo opponent is tricky in this game. So I love this game because there's so much variability. There's so much to think about. It really is a puzzly game, and it looks so cool as you build this up throughout the game. So if you enjoy a puzzly game like I do, I definitely recommend checking out Flatiron. What are some 1 to 2 player games that you think kind of fulfill this same genre or that same itch in your brain? Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.